Hey everybody! Today we're going to do a video about the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo, which I just attended, which actually ended today. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I love it. I go every year. I only started going to it about 4 years ago, but anyway, I'm just so excited. I love going to this. It's Canada's second biggest convention for for like anime, comics, whatever. It's just like Comic-Con, except obviously not that big, but it's pretty big. Anyway, so I got a bunch of stuff. I saw different panels, got some autographs, photo ops, stuff like that. So I'm going to share. I know I did a video like this last year and basically did the same thing. So yeah, I'll tell you about what I did. So I got a weekend pass, and it was just, it was funny because last year, the show was like crazy. Like, they oversold tickets and stuff. And this year, it was just handled so much better. So that's really cool. But I'm going to go over it sort of day by day really quick. So Friday, the one thing that I wanted to do was to get Veronica Taylor to sign DVDs for me. And if you guys don't know who she is the original voice of Ash Ketchum, obviously in the English dub. She did it for the first 8 seasons. In season 9, which is, I think it's Battle Revolution. It is season 9, though, regardless. They replaced her with Sarah Natochenny, and, I mean, as far as her mimicking Veronica Taylor's Ash, she does a good job of trying to get it done, but it's still not the same. I mean, Veronica Taylor, nothing beats that for Ash Ketchum, and growing up as a kid in the 90s, I obviously was obsessed with Pokemon. I still am obsessed with Pokemon, but I was sort of that right age when they just like targeted at like 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds. So I was in that group, and hearing her voice every day at like 4 o'clock after school, it's so nostalgic for me to meet her, and I've always wanted to. I've seen clips of her on YouTube, blah, blah. So I did get to meet her, and I got her to sign a couple things. So the first thing I got her to sign was the original Pokemon movie, Pokemon the first movie, Mewtwo versus Mew. And she asked me if it was okay if she wrote my name on there, but I said yes, so I'm not going to sell it. So yeah, she just wrote Paige, Veronica, Taylor, and then she wrote Ash, so really cool to have her sign this. I know these are worth a lot, actually, because they're out of print, and I feel like Pokemon, people are starting to get really into it now for some weird reason, because I've noticed all the Game Boy carts going up way, like, really too expensive. I don't get it, but whatever. So this is kind of cool that I have her signed it. But again, she did put my name on it, which I'm totally fine with. I told her to. And then the other thing she signed was the first season. The first season is split into... there it is right there. The first season is split into 3 big box sets like this, 1, 2, and 3, and then this is the first one. So first 26 episodes ever. There you go. She signed it. Very cool. And she's really nice. And it was like, I don't know, it sounds cheesy, but like out of everybody to meet at a convention, she's like in my top list ever. So I was so excited. And Stan Lee's in my list as well. He was here this year, but I met him last year, so I was fine with that. I already had him sign stuff and get a photo with him, and you can see that on my other video. But yeah, very exciting. On that Friday, I decided to look at all the vendors and exhibitors and stuff and check out what kind of pickups I could find for myself. So I'm really into the whole sort of magnet pixel art stuff. So I did manage to find a couple that I really thought were cool. So the first one is a Pokeball, and I don't know, it looks really cool. There were a bunch of different Pokeballs there. I saw a couple like Ultra Balls, Great Balls, and stuff. But this one, to me, looked pretty authentic. So really exciting, and they're little magnets, so really cool to put on your fridge. It's totally dorky, but yeah. So I got that. The other thing I got is, and I was looking for Mother 2 Earthbound stuff, right? And I actually did find a little Ness, like, pixelated magnet. It actually didn't come with a magnet, so I'll just find one at, like, Michael's or something. But, yeah, really cool. I love these. I have a Mario one that I got at a convention last year, but I just love it. It's so cool, because it looks just like you took a screenshot from, like, a Super Nintendo game. So, really cool stuff. The other stuff that I found... some of this I found, throughout the weekend, but this is just the loot portion of this video. I was dying to find this, but I found Crash Bandicoot. And while that may seem like, who cares? I've never played Crash Bandicoot. It's on my must-play list. Well, I played it once. It was sort of like, yeah, my cousin brought it over, and it was like I played it for like 20 minutes, and I was like really little, so I don't feel like it counts. But yeah, I picked up Crash Bandicoot. Really exciting. I'm I don't know. I'm so stoked to play this finally because I love platformers. All I remember as a kid was seeing, the Crash Bandicoot commercials where they'd say how much they were better than Mario, and it was sort of the competitor. It was Sony's mascot, so really cool. It's greatest hits. Again, I don't actually care about greatest hits, so that means nothing to me that it's Black Label. I know some people does, but to me, it's just having the game. So, I mean, I guess it's extra cool, but I don't really care. So seeing this was awesome. I can't find it anywhere. You can find it on the internet, but for some reason I can never find it at pawn shops, and I like finding stuff in person more. So really cool to pick this up. The other thing I saw, and a bunch of different vendors had it, but I found a place that had it for a really good price, was Xenogears. Really excited to play this. Again, they had the Black Label, but I just took the greatest hits because it was cheaper, and I just said, don't really care. But yeah, really stoked. This is always on people's top 10 list. Really exciting. I love JRPGs, obviously. It's not really shocking, but I don't own this, so we'll get to this hopefully in the next couple of years, but really, really excited about picking this up. And the other one that I got was one because, after finishing Ni no Kuni and starting to get into level 5 and stuff, picked up Rogue Galaxy. Again, really excited. This is supposed to be awesome. I love cel-shaded graphics. I love RPGs, so this seems like a great combination. And I've heard nothing but awesome things about the game. So picked this up for a really good price. And this one is Black Label and does come with everything. And yeah, again, all the games I picked up they come in their cases and they come with everything. So that's really cool. And actually, the other thing that I picked up is a dress. Well, it's kind of almost like a night dress, like you'd wear it to bed. But it's like a Spider-Man, dress thing. I don't know, I love it. It's really cool. I guess you can wear it out, but yeah, I like this. It's pretty neat. So I picked that up actually just today, because I was sort of eyeing it. There were actually a bunch of things I was eyeing, but I didn't end up getting to it. But that's that. So those are all the things I actually bought there, which is actually a lot more stuff than I usually do. So I kind of just went all out. But if you're wondering, yes, I am wearing a Star Trek Next Generation a costume. I shouldn't say uniform. It is a costume. But yeah, I wore that because I love Star Trek, obviously. But I also wore it because I had a photo op with Will Wheaton, who played Wesley Crusher on Star Trek Next Generation. I know he does other things, and I enjoy his show Tabletop. But he's Wesley Crusher, and getting my picture with him was super cool. So just like when I met Stan Lee, I wore my Spider-Man outfit because he's Stan Lee, so I guess you could wear any Marvel character's outfit to that, but regardless, Stan Lee's, his famous thing is Spider-Man, as far as I'm concerned, because Spider-Man's my favorite. But yeah, I got this one. I have one pin to show that I'm an ensign. Yeah, I don't know. I bought this actually at a costume place before the expo, but it's actually pretty cool. And I also wore my original series red dress as well on Saturday, but I wore this a couple times. It was just a Star Trek weekend, which is kind of weird because it was actually sort of more Star Wars themed this year. Carrie Fisher was there and Ian McDiarmid, I don't know how to say his name, but he was the Emperor. So yeah, but whatever, everybody's there. You see everything there. You see people dressed up as Sailor Moon, and it's any convention really is the same. So this was my outfit of choice this year. We'll see what it'll be next year. But yeah, I saw a couple panels. On Saturday, I saw Will Wheaton's panel, which was amazing. I hope somebody puts it on YouTube because it was really good. And it's funny because he actually mostly just talked about tabletop, which was kind of cool. And the other one I saw was a voice actors panel, which was very exciting. I mean, I went to it just for the sake of seeing Veronica Taylor. And yes, I heard her do the Ash voice, which was great. But there were other people there. Phil Lamar, who's from Futurama, Richard Horvitz from Invader Zim. Anyway, there were just a bunch of people, and it was really cool. Oh, Jess Harnell, who's voiced a bunch of different characters. I mean, I know him as like Roger Rabbit and Wacko from Animaniacs, but I love voice actors. They're so cool. I don't know. I just absolutely love seeing panels like that. Seeing people, somebody you've grown up hearing on TV as a cartoon, and then seeing the person do the voice. It's really cool. So I love seeing voice acting panels. They're always entertaining. So I saw that. And then I went to Carrie Fisher's panel, which was really cool. She's hilarious. So that was really exciting. And yeah, I got a couple pictures. We might post stuff here. Maybe it was some of the panels were really hard to take pictures, and because they weren't like stadium seating, and some were like I took pictures of Carrie Fisher, but because she was in a huge room, but it was almost like where you'd have a concert. But yeah, so that was awesome. Sort of ended my day there, seeing Carrie Fisher, really cool. And then today was Sunday, which was somewhat of a shit show, and I was really pissed off, but because they weren't letting people in right away, and every other day you were just walking in, so I was very grumpy at the start of my day because I missed Veronica Taylor's panel where it was just her, and I'm very upset, but I'm very optimistic because I feel like, you know, it's a big convention, and I feel like now that it's grown so big and we get big names now, like last year we had every cast member from Next Generation. I feel like, you know, she might come back again. I mean, she's not exactly like Carrie Fisher, but she who will probably not come back, maybe ever or for a while. But Veronica Taylor, I hope she comes back because she's awesome, and I want to see just her do her panel, because in the voice actors panel, with so many of them talking, it wasn't just, you know, more just her, right? So that was really exciting. But yeah, as far as photo ops, I got my photo taken with Will Wheaton. But yeah, I got my picture with him, and that was really exciting. I don't know, really cool. I mean, it's really quick. You don't get to talk with him. Like when you do autographs, you get to talk more. Like I actually kind of did talk with Veronica Taylor, not for long, but with Will Wheaton, he said, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, good. So really cool. I didn't see anybody else dressed up. Not a lot of people were dressed up as people from like Next Generation. There were a lot of people with these shirts you can buy at, say, the Wesley Crushers. It's like a bowling shirt. But yeah, I mean, I didn't get his autograph, but I think if I actually would, I would get him to sign like one of my board games, like Ticket to Ride, because that's his show is the whole reason I actually started playing that and got into more tabletop games, to be honest, because I don't know, he makes it seem fun, and they're great. I need to do some more like reviews on tabletop games actually, so maybe we'll do that because not a lot of people who review games do it. So yeah, yeah, I guess I've shown different pictures throughout this video, but other than that, like, that's all I did. I mean, I was kind of pissed off I didn't get to see Veronica Taylor's panel today, but like I said, I'm hoping she'll come back again. We've had, like, hey, Stan Lee came back again. I'm really shocked because he's such a big name guest. I didn't think, you know, I thought that was it. Like, when I did see him, it was like, wow. But yeah, I thought that was great, and people got a chance to see him again because a lot of people missed out last year. But we got, you know, tons of big name guests. Like, I have this little book here. It's sort of the guide that I just picked up today because I thought, oh, I don't know, it's a fun souvenir. But as far as like big name guests, like there's lots of people like I wasn't an X-Files fan, I'll just be completely honest, but Gillian Anderson was there. We had like Casper Van Dien from Starship Troopers. We had people from Lord of the Rings there, like Craig Parker. What else? Oh, Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones, Norman Reedus from Walking Dead, like a lot of people there. So again, really cool. John Carpenter was there. So tons of people, but you can't see them all. Nathan Fillion, Michael Shanks, so tons of people from all sorts of different nerdy fandoms. But I think it's great. I love Walter Koenig, Weird Al. So we had lots of people there this year, and it's really neat. It seems like every year it gets bigger and bigger, and that really makes me happy because I wonder, geez, who are we gonna get next? George Lucas? No, I don't think so. But that would be pretty neat to meet somebody like that. But in general, I'll admit, like, out of, you know, Veronica Taylor and Stan Lee are up there for me, and that was really cool. So I'm so glad I got her autograph because that does mean a lot. It's just totally nostalgic. Like, it was like meeting, it sounds cheesy, but it's meeting the voice of your childhood. And meeting Will Wheaton was really cool because it's funny because not a lot of people be like, when the show was on, I think a lot of people didn't really care about Wesley, but then later, people started using more like a culty thing. And yeah, one of my favorite characters is Wesley. I like when he's like a main character in the episode because he's usually right and people don't listen to him because he's a kid. But anyway, I always like the episodes where he's sort of a main focus. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. I had a blast. And it's been very fun wearing this on the train. Not really, but anyway, yeah. So awesome time. I look forward to next year and what awesome costumes I'll wear. Maybe I'll wear my Spider-Man costume again, because that is always a treat to bring out. But anyway, that's all I have to say, and I will see you guys later.